sorry. 14 does
Uh,
not. Sorry.
Alright. Hand
Does
swings it.
Does it get advantage?
Does not say. Again, it's a spectral weapon that floats in the area. So I guess that would be up to you then. Honestly, because it does. I had to reread it, so it doesn't actually say if it doesn't say it occupies its space or it doesn't. But it just says it's a spectral object that floats and that it hits something within 5 feet of it. So that is up to your choice.
Well, I guess I see flanking not so much, as an opponent that you're trying not to get hit by, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Would Johnny O see the sword or hand? Excuse me.
Yeah. You can see it. Like, it is a threatening object.
Right. Okay. So that's why I was, see, flanking, anything that's going to threaten, you're keeping an eye on it. It's, yeah. It is a threat. So, I mean, I guess it all depends on how you want to read or how you read flanking. So,
well, you're rolling. So.
I thought that they had made you were saying that they had made some kind of blah determination. So
no. When I again, it's not clarified when it's in the spell. But so my only assumption is because it's a spectral weapon. Not really a person. I'd have to look that up. Maybe.
I got you. Yeah, that's fine. Oh well, what the wording is on flanking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Necra, if you did have advantage because of the spectral weapon, would you have changed what your actions were?
I wouldn't have done steady aim. I would have actually... At this point, I don't know if I could try and snatch the dagger as a bonus action and try to make a run for it.
Wow.
Since I'm a rogue, so...
Well, you use your action to grab at the dagger and then use your bonus action to disengage and such. So.
And then run.
Well, there's somebody standing in the way, though. And I doubt he'd let me
disengage is, they can't do anything. So, you could disengage as bonus action first, then use your action to grab. They can't opportunity attack you.
Still.
Again. Oh, they can opportunity attack you unless you moved away from them anyway. If your action is just to grab.
Oh, already did, so...
You're sticking to what you did?
Yes.
For my action, I am going to shoot a fireball at Johnny O. person.
Go for it.
That's more of a hit. 25.
Yeah, 25 hits.
Uh, 17 fire.
Good night. Does the damage go up at 5th level or 6th level?
2d10, 5th level. Instead of 1d10.
Okay. Nice. The firebolt comes flying up the from Astra, striking Johnny O in the back. Yes, because he's basically fending off Necra from getting to the dagger. As he's dodging smacks from this spectral hand. Get away! Johnny turns his head sharply at you, Astra, nods, and just holds up a finger like, "Give me a second, I'll be there." Doesn't say anything, but just holds up a finger like, "Hold on," and turns back to Necra.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, just keep your back to me. That's all I need. Keep doing that.
Alrighty. Kellum, what would you like to do?
How's the lady of the house looking?
She had 2 skulls, and now she has 1 flying skull that has surrounded her. You can see through her, not like that. Her kimono has been destroyed in places, and you could tell that she's been damaged. But she's still in the fight. She's rushing up the stairs, trying to get to her dagger, as well as stay near Johnny O.
Okay. I'm going to pop a potion of invisibility.
Okay. I put a little marker on your token.
All right.
So with a potion of invisibility, if you attack, of course it will make you visible and such. What are you planning on doing?
Is that I had that potion in my pouch? Is that the bonus action to pop it?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to move up to here and stab her in the back through the throat.
Okay. I think she had gone up to the top of the stairs. So that's going to be another
Okay, then I'll go to side by side.
Okay. So let's see. So Kellum runs up to the stairs, and he's like, "Oh, maybe I'll make it, maybe I'll not." And the 30 feet that you've got to run, which is farther than your movement basically is, somehow seems easier as you just start taking double steps all the way up to the top here.
Okay.
So you can do what you wanted to do. I'd kind of forgotten I wanted to do a few thematical things here. So you rush up the stairs where you normally would have been able to, making the 30 feet of difference. You said you want to stab her or come up behind her and slice her throat, basically?
Throat or sword through the back of her neck to come out the front of her throat.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So make your attack with advantage. Well, you've got... was going to say, like you've already have advantage because she has her back to you.
Advantage because of invisibility.
Well, right? Yes, but also she is, her attention is, on Necro basically. So you're flanking her in a way as well. And
I'll roll 3 D20s. That's fine.
Yeah, that's basically, I was like, I was thinking about that. But I do need to do one thing real quick.
Let me chat you an idea real quick.
Eesh. Okay.
So since it is more than 1 that's kind of like what I'm going for.
I was hoping she'd have a little bit more plot armor than that.
We love destroying plot armor.
I know, right? I had one of the qualities of these skulls is they do have extra sensory. It does kind of whirl around and look at you as you're running, right before you get up to her, about like 10 feet. It swings its head around and looks directly at you, throwing you off just a little bit. So you only get advantage, not super advantage, because she turns her head slightly and looks in your direction. So she kind of knows something is coming, even if she can't see it herself. She has been alerted to it. So you have advantage where you, before you might not have been able to.
26.
Ready? That's an 18? Okay. You strike her in the back of the neck. Right as she's turning her head to look, you hit her before she's able to fully get her eyes in that direction and turn her head all the way. What's the damage of the weapon?
The base damage is 1d8 plus 5.
Okay, 1d8. Okay. She screams in pain as your sword hits bone. As sparks fly, kind of like little blue and black sparks fly off from when you hit her in the neck. You can kind of see as her kimono's moved around that it really just looks like it's a floating skull with a spine in this kimono. That you maybe see skeleton hands come out of every once in a while. And she also had these 2 flying skulls that were flying around with her. She only has one of them now. That reminds me, who destroyed the other one?
I did.
You did. Okay, that's right. Okay, right.
We have a new foundling.
Yay.
I crit and it intercepted when I was aiming for her.
Is that a crit? Right. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
She screams in pain as you materialize, or not materialize, but don't want to put 2 conditions on you like that. As you pop back into visibility, vision, she whirls around and says, "You cannot have the dagger. Only my husband can take it from me. And that's if he comes and renews his vows. You must stay away."
I twist the blade as it's stuck in her neck.
Oh no. Alrighty. Let's see. Bonus action. Yeah. I know, right? Shouldn't you be able to do things like that?
If it's part of the...
Every movie.
Yeah, I didn't say I pulled the blade out or anything. It's in, and I'm keeping it in.
There you go. All right.
Not pulling for another swing with the sword or anything. It's staying stuck in there as I just twist it around.
Okay. You've got the sword stuck in her back, in her throat, and she's wailing at you. She turns around in a whirling motion, knocking your blade out, and fanning her arms in a circular motion. Johnny O has to move around a little bit to not get hit as well. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, and Necra as well.
6.
Oh no. Necro, what you get? An 8? All right. Everybody is pushed back 5 feet. Morin. So the spectral hand is where Johnny O is. So they're going to be contesting for space there in a moment here. You are not thrown down the stairs or anything, like doom 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 doom, and you're just pushed back 5 feet down the stairs. So nobody, she just pushes everybody off of her immediate place. And
can I
turns to go ahead.
Since she did that, can I use my reaction?
Since you have the blade in her neck, you say, when she's doing this?
Yeah, I mean, she's twisting and pushing me away. Could I use a reaction after she does that?
Your reaction to do what?
To attack, basically. So I think with opportunity attack, it mainly means that you have turned around and you're running away, or you're running past somebody and you're not paying them any mind. But go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about an opportunity attack. I mean, it could result in an attack, but it's not opportunity. It's just like she's done something that has pushed me around. So, like, for instance, what I'm wanting to use is Hellish Rebuke. So if somebody shoots me with an arrow from a distance, I'm reacting to them attacking me with Hellish Rebuke. And so she has pushed me.
But
do damage.
But that's damage. No, she just forced you backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
If
it would have done damage, then it would have triggered your Hellish Rebuke.
And then I let myself slip and fall down the stairs and get damaged by her pushing me down and Hellish Rebuke.
Awesome.
Some of the floor too.
Kellum, in a act of theatrics, obvious theatrics, falls down the stairs, bam, bam, twisting his ankle slightly. You take 1 point of damage.
2d6 fire.
And do your Hellish Rebuke.
All right.
What are you saying as you are falling down the stairs in this theatrical way?
What am I saying?
Yeah, because it is a hellish rebuke, and this is theatrical.
Yeah.
I'm allowing you to, hurt yourself to curse her. So, and it could be, you could even say it in a different language, that, maybe, I don't know. I don't know if you know Drow and nobody else does, so you can just say, I curse her, and, or, stuff like that.
He'll say something in Draconic, but I think most everybody knows Draconic, right?
At least the party does.
At least the party does. So he'll try to make it sound very like, the party is in on the joke. He's like, help, I've fallen, I can't get up, here's some fire for you. 16 fire damage.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Just to make a dex save.
I just saw Discord. Banthor.
Yes. Thank you.
Dex save, you said? Okay.
Yeah. Dex save.
She is
12 is my DC, or spell save DC.
Okay, alright. And is it a all or nothing? Or half?
Half.
Okay. I'm going to make her do it with disadvantage since you were theatrical about it. It actually kind of amuses her. She rolls a 6, so no, she does not save. She starts to laugh as you do that, and then catches on fire, starts to scream at you and laugh at the same time. She is quite insane. You said 16 points of damage?
16, yes, sir.
That's a lot.
And I've absolutely exhausted my turn at this point.
Alright, so she's doing... Yep. Alright, Bonehead, let's see what you do.
Alright, so the minions come in and start to move. Kellum, I need you to give me an athletics skill check, as these guys with disadvantage are pushing you back towards the bar.
Okay. Ooh.
So these three guys push you back to the bar. Okay, no. So they're going to be here and have you, your weapon and their weapons are all kind of, and they push you all the way back to the bar.
Okay.
These guys move in, threatening Ashura, but not not attacking her straight out. They're kind of like, wait a second, here we go. Avoiding the moonbeam from hell. These guys will come around. And menacingly poke at you with their swords, but not getting within melee. They're trying to wrangle you, basically. And Banthor, they don't seem to have noticed you at all. Multiple of these guys move past you. I don't know if you want to, use your reaction to, bite at them with your tiny little teeth or anything like that. But you could give up your position if you like. These guys at your makeshift wall here spend a few moments hacking away at it with their swords and move into the room.
All right.
Filing in, kind of.
I'm just staying under the table, by the way. I'm not doing opportunity.
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I kind of
This
figured.
little guy just staying under here.
The guys upstairs will do the same thing. Necra, they'll come up, but they'll stay out of melee range. So they're just outside of your way of attack. They're standing behind Johnny O. They're all back over, here basically, and just kind of waiting to see what happens. They're like trying to get in there, but they're not going to push past Johnny. He kind of growls at them, and stuff for them to stay back. Johnny O takes a defensive position in front of the dagger, and you can tell that he's putting his back to the dagger, Necra, and keeping you from it. If any move you make, he just does a counter to just stop you from trying to get towards the dagger. So he's in a defensive position. Banthor.
So, good question. I didn't realize that I read the legacy version of Moonbeam wrong, but the newer version of Moonbeam states that as I'm moving this thing on my turn, it's dealing damage as it just carves through. So
yeah, I mean, logically, you don't turn the light off, and move it over there and then turn the light on. So yes, logically speaking, it moves over and does damage. We pretty much already.
I do that a lot.
Yeah. We pretty much have gotten to that point. So
I do the sweep.
Go over that with you, but I forgot to. All right, cool.
It's all good.
Well, in that case,
what's its movement? How much movement?
60 feet.
60
Who?
feet.
60?
60.
60.
And it uses a full action. But just for flavor, under the table, I'm very much having this energy.
Okay, hold on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Traffic guard.
Like, can you do a sweep? I was gonna say, can you just sweep it? Can you end it on her with the sweep?
Oh crap!
It depends. Let me see. I mean, I can see under the table that these guys are surrounding Ashra, so it's just I'm just gonna carve a path through these guys. So let me just see what kind of movement I can do.
Let's see. So you can get these three guys, and leave those two, or go ahead and get all five of those guys and sweep back down. But you can get those three guys and then move down this way.
I think I'd be better off going left and just carving out.
Just go left. Got it.
So it'd be.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab your token, because it's basically right there, and just say, okay, so over here is like 40 feet for where your token was. So then 40. So you can move it up to Kellum. Basically.
I'm thinking. So
something like that.
Right, if it's right here, it would be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and I think I'm just going to move it back towards Ashra, so like 50, gotcha. 55, and I'll end it here after sweeping up, so out of Ashra's range, but ready to come in. So it'll end here, but it pretty much gets All these guys.
Right.
And should be 2d10. And that's you'll need a DC 14 save if it matters. I still take half damage.
And what's the damage?
I rolled 8.
8. Okay. Oh, 8? Wow. Doesn't seem like a lot.
Not below average.
Well, 2d10. It's either good or it's bad. Still rock, still. Moonbeam is awesome.
I grabbed your lights somehow.
Our other group is known for at least one of us having Moonbeam at some point.
So glad I picked that up. Like, oh, that looks useful. And then then after I picked it, we ended up in this. I'm like, oh.
If you play a druid, you always go for Moonbeam. It's just a must-have.
Yeah, because that's what kind of damage is that?
Radiant.
Radiant, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, they don't take half damage if they succeed.
Yeah. The werewolf in the party was like, every time somebody starts playing with silver or moonbeams, like, yoink, I'm gonna go over here. And somebody dropped it, like, almost on top of her, and she's like,
Every time
Really?
it's cast on someone right next to the wolf in the party, it's like, it's not hurt. It's not on you. Relax.
And I'm going to use my movement to scurry under this table.
All right. Pretty much nobody. Yeah, nobody knows. Oh, wait a second, Astra, you are technically there, right? Yeah. Yeah, nobody sees you scurry over there. So yeah. Okay. Cool. So Banthor just wipes out, majority of the skeletons that are on the ground floor.
Ooh,
With this
sorry.
mobile moonbeam. Whoa.
You mean his death laser?
Yeah. Yeah, Banthor calls down an orbital laser.
Of the lunar variety.
Yeah, lunar laser. Came from the lunar moon base. And such.
Exactly.
They just turned a little. It's just a little magnifying glass that some guy has in his hand, mirror or something, and he just turns it around a little bit, shakes his hand a little. Anyhow, so a swath of death and necrotic moans and bones fall to the ground as Banthor just dances underneath the table in his little spider form, doing a little spider dance. And after seeing all the carnage, goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna move," and scurries onto another table. Nobody in the universe saw this except for the guy on the moon with the little mirror and such. It's just Banthor and that guy on the moon. So.
I just imagine Banthor does the moon death beam sweep, and it's just bouncing under the table upside down, drops down to the floor, and just dances away under another table.
like that frog on Bugs Bunny. Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Michigan J. Frog.
Just kicking his legs out like, ha ha ha.
Anyways, so.
Necker's biting at the bit. What you got for us, Necker?
Well. This may be dumb.
Morin keeps talking about her husband, and the only way you can get to the dagger is, to get him.
I'm not disengaging from nothing.
Grab the dagger.
Yeah. So, if I just try to snatch and bam.
Yep, that was my thoughts. Snatching.
Would it just take an action, or do I need to do a roll?
So it would take an action to grab the dagger.
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And to Johnny O is going to try to counter that as you move over. That's basically what he's doing, is he's taking his action to defend the dagger. So you're going to need to take a athletics or acrobatic. Well, you need to do athletics. Excuse me. Sorry.
Well, wouldn't that if she's trying to weave past and snatch it, wouldn't that be more dexterous?
I guess I'm reading, what the rules say about doing a contested, maneuver of some sort. So,
I don't understand. He's doing athlete because he's trying to he's going to body block. She's trying to bob and weave.
Gotcha.
So I would argue acrobatics for.
Oops, that's not the right button.
Because she's not trying to physically, she's not trying to push past.
Yeah,
she's trying to weave.
I would definitely say definitely, because your acrobatics is a +5 and your athletics is a +1.
Yeah. You see why I want the acrobatics, but if you're sure it's just athletics and nothing else will work.
I would argue.
What do you intend to do when you grab the dagger instead?
Once I've got it loose, once I've got it loose, I'm gonna teleport away.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Which would stop any opportunity.
Gotcha. So it's a since you're doing an acrobatic, and you know that you're going to be vamping away, would you run and just grab it and jump and vamp?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can get it loose.
Gotcha. Right. So you put all your effort into running through these in between them and grab the dagger, and you're going to which skill is that?
What?
Our feat or skill for the
vamp? That's an innate ability.
Okay. All right. So give me an athletics, an acrobatic skill check, and I'm going to do a athletics. With advantage, right? Still might not be.
Who gets advantage?
My guy, because he was in a defensive position. But I'm still not gonna make a 19. Okay. All right. So you're able to make it past Johnny O before he's able to body block you, just barely. But he does move into the that space after you right past him. You grab the dagger and roll a Constitution saving throw. Okay. And as a blast of electricity shocks you, it tries to get you to basically burn your hand so that you remove it. But you grit your teeth and hold on to it. So now, you said that's not a spell; it's just an innate ability. Okay.
Yep.
You jump off as part of your athletics maneuver. You jump off of the balcony and teleport.
Right. So, yep. And once
Where do you
I'm
want to be?
ground,
I guess basically on the ground. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
So you jump off and you teleport onto the ground. Okay.
Well, maybe
You have the dagger. You
still-
have the dagger in hand, and it still seems to try to burn your hand, basically. So while you have this, you're going to have to deal with that. The electric charge on it is, zapping your hand and going up your forearm. Come again?
All right. So
So you used your action to grab the dagger.
bonus
and jump
action
off
to Bamf.
Right. So you have your movement.
How big is this dagger?
Standard. It's
Okay.
nothing special.
All right. We got what we need.
That with me. And stuff it in the lantern. And
Stuff it where?
I'll,
I'm
Stuff
sorry.
stuff it into the lantern.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes, and look up at the lady of the inn. Is like, we were asked. This didn't need to happen. We were asking if you knew about another stone like this. And
I know he sent you here. He's always been wanting it, but I told him he has to marry me.
Yeah, maybe you should go and just talk to him, and work it out. Leave us out of it.
He snaps and says, "You're the one who came here."
Yeah. We came here for information. You started this, not us.
Lies. My husband, he always lies. And with that, hold on.
And Tasha's turn in case it matters.
Ripping through this window, another stack of fellas coming through the window, ripping it as if it was just fabric. These guys are actually there. Okay. These guys come pouring in from outside through this. Basically trying to block off the way to Morin and so they move in a threatening manner to you, Necro, but not without getting into melee. Ashura. You saw Necra grab the dagger, and they had their exchange. Of course, you were part of that.
Mm-hmm.
And some more bad guys have come pouring in.
All right. Oh, let's see.
Can I use a reaction to say something to Ashura telepathically?
Yes.
I just quickly say, I need to help Kellum.
I need to help Kellum.
Like I'm moonbeam going to Kellum.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That is fine. Well, she says fine out loud, just as a response. So, how is Mo Rin looking?
She's a little worse for wear. You can't tell if she's wounded or not, but she's definitely, she's been burnt, stabbed, stabbed in the neck, stabbed, some more times, and such. So, why do you ask?
Okay. How far is my hand from her? Can it move?
Oh,
Can it move?
that hand. Sorry, that hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like 10 feet, 10, 15 feet.
All right.
10 feet. Yeah.
It's gonna move over and just slap scent into her because she has no scent right now.
Gotcha. All right. Go ahead.
Let's see. Make sure the right one again. Hold on. Give me a second. 1 second. No, I said roll. 15.
Okay. The little skull comes over and you hit the skull instead of hitting her. Roll the damage.
Alright. Freaking skull. Let's see. 12 force damage.
Ouch. Okay. Well, you're not there to see it, but I guess a crack forms on the skull after you hit it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There are some skeletons menacing, coming towards you. They're within 10 feet of you. There's about 5 of them and such. You kind of got your back to the one side of the bar, and Kellum has his back to the other side of the bar. It's a U shape. What are you going to do for your action?
I am going to have a little faith, so I'm going to keep trying to damage her.
Okay.
And we're going to hit her with a guiding bolt.
Alright.
Let's see. I hope that we can actually hit her. Let's find where the button is. There it is.
Oh, yeah?
So 20 to hit.
Okay. You roll the damage.
$17 radiant.
Ooh. Sensing the attack, the skull, after getting smacked in the face with your spiritual palm there, weapon, it swings around and takes the blast from the guiding bolt and is destroyed. She no longer has any flying skull companions, but she did save Morin from taking that disastrously bad blast of radiant energy.
Is she still lit up though?
Yes, it still lights her up though.
Nice. Then that's what I wanted.
Yeah. She's still lit up. So the next attack on Morin will have advantage.
Mm-hmm. Alright, that is it.
Any movement for you? These guys have kind of pinned you up against this bar area. You do have some area of movement. You could move behind the bar, get into the U shape there. There is a moonbeam right next to you, so you do have some, but you kind of are sitting here all by yourself.
She'll hop over the counter. I guess the bar.
All right. Yeah. Just using your all your movement, you make your way over the counter, and such. You probably don't want to be right there, because just in case Callum does the same thing, maybe we'll do that. Yeah,
that's fine.
because Callum might basically do the same thing. I don't know what Callum's doing. Alrighty, Callum, your turn.
All right. Well, I am going to disengage.
Okay.
Come back. I guess technically I need to go there to be disengaged from all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast. One of my beams will go after her.
Okay.
And the other one will hit this guy. And I will Grasp of Hadar and Repelling Blast.
All right. Okay. Morin?
Morin, 23.
All right.
Advantage, please,
Yeah,
Fish.
sure.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
So 4
Well,
damage.
that's good. So that's good. We're going to use that 9 instead of a miss. We're going to use that as part of your advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you do 4 points of damage
4 points of damage.
And pull her 10
then
feet.
and pull her 10 feet towards me on top of the skeleton there.
okay.
Or into the skeleton. Or also falling down the stairs.
Right. Basically, yeah. So she's yanked down the stairs and falls down the stairs as well. It mainly she, you yank her and she falls kind of slowly in a way down towards the stairs. So she doesn't really crumble or anything like that, like you thought she would have. But being on the stairs, she seems to just kind of glide or float down and such. But you have pulled her down to the floor level. So she's not up there with the spiritual weapon or with Johnny O. She's down here on the floor level now. All right, and roll your attack for the other guy in front of you.
13.
13, that will hit.
All right. and 9 damage, and repelling blast pushing him into the others.
Okay. Alrighty. You hit him, and basically push these guys back. They all kind of slam into this booth here.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that you hit, when he slams into the group, he basically just crumbles into bones. And then these two guys are pushed back into the booth area. Let's see. Yep. Okay.
All right.
So basically, I'm gonna hold on. So these guys have all kind of piled onto each other after you blasted that one guy. You're now there. I guess you can use your movement. Yeah.
No, I disengaged.
Oh, that was your. Oh. Actually, I forgot. I did that wrong.
Oh.
Using your action as the disengage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know why I was not thinking about that. So you would use your action to disengage and jump up on the table.
Alright. You're using your action. Did you action surge to Eldritch Blast?
Because I've made a mistake, we're just going to roll with it and such. So you've used your, you think you were going to use your movement to disengage. So we'll just go with that for the time being, since I messed up, and we'll just keep going from there. Okay. You use your movement to disengage and your action to cast the Eldritch Blast. You can hop off or do a bonus action.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to do bonus-wise right now without being engaged. So I will just end my turn there.
Okay. Do you want to end your turn there, or did you want to hop off the bar?
No, there, on top of the bar, with the high ground.
All right. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Okay.
I have the high ground. Don't try anything.
I'm not going to learn. Morin, seeing you have the dagger, yells in frustration and comes up to you, Necra. Give me an athletics saving throw, or an athletics skill test. As she tries to yank the dagger out of your hand.
Athletics? Okay.
Yep.
Well, she can also do acrobatics if she is.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can do acrobatics. Sorry, you're the one that is being tested, so you can do acrobatics. 16.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to keep that one.
Gotcha. What did I roll? Where is it? Oh, I rolled a 19. So she's able to wrestle the dagger out of your hand.
19, you say?
Right. That's what she rolls. Is a dirty 20.
She rolled a dirty 20.
Right.
Wait, she has a -1?
Right. No, it's a +1. I rolled a 19. +1.
You rolled it.
Dirty.
I did that backwards. Oh, she's got a dirty 20. She rolled a 19. Let's change that to an 11. So reaction 11 plus that 1 makes that 12. She fails.
Okay. I've got one more legacy. What do you call that?
Legendary reaction? Legendary action?
Yeah, well, reaction or whatever. What is it where I can pass a save?
Auto.
Well, that's only a saving throw, though. Okay,
magical resistance is saving. Yeah, you did a check.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
That's a nope there. She tries to go. She thought she had it, but
right.
She was just a little bit off to the side.
Yeah. She put her hand on it and started pulling, and she had it in her hand, and then Necker just slaps her, and what? She Necker pulls it back out.
Or, because of Blessing Raven Queen, she tried to grab it. She really did. It wasn't really there.
Mm-hmm. She thought she had it, and then pulls away and goes, "Aha!" And you're like, "Aha, what?" Wait. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll have to wait till somebody else takes an action. I don't really have a. Yeah. I thought I could do that. You, Ashura. Yeah. Nothing.
Should be used to it by now.
I know. It should be. Alrighty. So Morin does her action. Is thwarted by Ashura and her magiques. And alrighty. So my Kato gang. The Kato gang is going to come in, jump up on the counter here. Well, no, they're not going to jump on the counter. They're going to attack you from behind the counter, Ashura, as they encircle the counter. These guys have to move the long way around, because there's a freaking moonbeam in the way. They're stacking up on you. Oh. There we go.
So, bowling ball of doom soon, please.
What's that? Oh. As you mow through, yes.
I may actually have to use that. Okay.
Let's see. Necra. Give me a acrobatic saving, a skill check. With disadvantage, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these skeletons try to grab the dagger from you. Alrighty. I rolled a crit. I rolled a 20. And no, I'm not cheating. I rolled a 20 and a 9.
Is that a crit?
Oh, you can see it there.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, we
you can see it there. Okay, good. All right, cool.
Sometimes
On the other one,
you can see it.
right? That's why I was like, wait a second. So I was wondering. Okay, all right. So they're able to wrench the dagger away from you. Let's see. Oh, I roll number 1. Okay, so this guy right here next to Morin, he has the dagger. They were all putting their hands on you, moving you and stuff, and he was one that wrenched the dagger away from him.
Okay.
Kellum, a couple of those guys are going to swing at you. And totally miss. Astra, a couple of those guys are going to swing at you from behind the bar. Nope. 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 doesn't hit, right? Astra, does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Okay. So they're swinging madly at you. Kellum, they are taking pretty good swings at you. But Astra, they're swinging, and because the bar is in between, they're having a difficult time of it. Johnny O, where are you? You are. Oh, you came. Oh, I accidentally took you down the stairs. He's going to run over and grab the dagger from dude. And run back up the stairs. He does his crazy wall run and pushes this guy out of the way and makes it to the top of the stairs, putting the dagger back where you first took it off.
Okay.
Turns around and sticks out his tongue. Morin sneers and says, "Only the husband can take it away. After he marries me." Again. Vanthor.
How tall are these booths? Can I see, if I get up on the table, would I be able to see Necra?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hurry over to the top of this table.
All right.
And do a range check. Okay. I am just within range of Necra, so I'm gonna telepathically say, "Brace yourself. Sorry." And start to move
Is
this
it
beam.
a two-way thing?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
But you can speak out if you'd like, Necra.
Yeah, I should.
Well,
yeah, I
you
can
can
understand.
see, right?
You
Okay.
do
Pull out a vial and wave it. Like, I got something.
Like a healing potion. Is it a
Something.
healing potion?
Something.
Okay, so it's not a healing potion. Got it.
I'm an alchemist. Would I be able to tell from this distance?
Give me a perception. Oh well, you got mad perception, don't you?
Yes.
16 passive.
What are you dangling in the air there, or do you want to disclose that?
Yeah, you can cover it with your hand if you don't want me to see like what the color is and stuff.
No, it's a potion of invisibility.
Okay. So with that, I'm gonna trust Necra to be able to not need assistance.
Okay.
So let's see, 5, 10, 15.
If you can clear, hell, could you get it up the stairs?
It
think
shines
he's headed
upward,
in that direction.
upward 40 feet.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I could. So it would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and go 55, 60.
Okay. So you can make it basically at the top of the stairs where these guys are.
One over to the left, and that should be the most.
Well, yeah, I guess. These
Unless
stairs are
making a
traveling up the. Yeah. Basically, just
Gotcha.
traveling up the stairs. Yeah.
Okay. And I do try to just any way I can just kind of clip her.
I got you.
I try to just dip it just a little bit and then go back up.
All right. Okay. Roll your damage, and then is it a dex save or something?
Constitution 14, I think. Let me just cast it and tell us.
All right.
Yeah, con 14.
All right.
Oh, that's better.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm gonna atomize these things.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Kel. I'm just moving you out of the way so I can just grab and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So you were able to clip her as well. I'm gonna. You said a deck save.
Constitution.
Con.
Con save. Thank you. All right, that's better. Oh.
So that's 34.
34. Good lord. All right. Yeah, she's not looking good now. It is obvious that she's not looking good now. So, or before, it's like, yeah, you can tell she's wounded. So, all right. Oh, looky. There we go. All right.
And I'll use the movement I have to scurry like underneath the table, like I'm hanging upside down. Grab to the table.
After you destroy those skeletons, another group of skeletons comes rushing into the door. You've almost got them all. Necro, what you up to?
Okay, so pop the potion.
All right. So using your bonus action, you pop a potion of invisibility.
And with the greatest of cheese, which is not visible. Oh, and I have to get rid of that because I'm no longer like up to here, and since I'm not attacking or casting, well, no, cast the spell, then pop the potion.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I did the math.
Yeah. And since they can't see me, in theory, try to snatch the dagger again.
As soon as you do that, you will become visible, though. And you use your action anyhow. So I guess it is the interact with an environment, because they can't see you. But as soon as you do that, you're going to become visible. Because you're basically interacting with their environment, snatching something out of their hand. So
specifically, it does state that you're invisible until you attack or cast a spell. If you're saying the dagger will kind of just do fairy fire, okay.
Mainly what I'm saying is snatching the dagger from them is an attack.
Oh.
I'm allowing you to do it without making a roll because you're invisible.
Alright.
Just kind of like he's got it in his hand, not knowing that you're there, and you just snatch it out of his hand and such. I could argue that he could make a, athletic saving throw to, tighten his grip and such. So. So you could have advantage, kind of thing, or he would have disadvantage. One or the other. I guess basically you would have advantage because you're attacking. So.
Or I could basically hey, I'm still invisible because I'm not doing anything. It's like, if you just tell us where there's another one of these stupid stones, we'll leave.
That gets his attention. He looks in your direction and goes, "Really? That's all it takes?"
That's all we were asking for. Literally, all we were asking is, you know where you got one of these. Do you know where there's another one?
Sometimes she gets a little crazy, and he says that under his breath. Tell you what, if you leave, I'll give you a map. I just don't have it on me.
I've got an hour.
Will you leave?
Yeah, as soon as we have a means to get to there, we know where we're going.
Oh, well, I can't convince her right now. You're just gonna have to trust me.
that's a hard no.
Yeah. I
Alright,
would say inside, but even if you said that to Ashra, she's like, nah, we're finishing this right here.
Let them let them talk.
You do what you do. Do what you do.
Yeah, I can hang around an hour, but past that, I kind of, at least, supposedly these stupid things last an hour.
Oh, y'all just need to leave. If you hang out for an hour, just stay away from her.
Yeah.
If you're close to her, she sees you. So, if you can get your friends to leave.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be a bit of work.
You can holler out, and it's not going to make you visible, though people will know generally where you are.
Okay. And I can't use any further movement because I basically blew through all of it.
You see Johnny O direct his minions that are near him to kind of move out of the way, basically. They go back up the stairs. So they move out of that area and such. They all, the ones that you see, well, the ones that you now see, stop rushing towards the stairs as the other two kind of back up from their position and go up the stairs as well.
Right. So, in Elvish, kind of like, well, might have a way to end this without anybody having to get hurt further. Just need you guys to make a disappearing act.
We're already here.
Yeah.
Her minions are blocking the exits.
And Elvish, we are mowing them down. She only has so many, and her herself is weakening. We can push this. She has nothing else protecting her. Her little skulls are gone. She is at her most vulnerable.
I mean, yeah. I also think that at some point in time we're gonna have to come and deal with her. Might as well just go ahead and get it over with.
Yeah.
One less boss in the Lost City.
Well, and then Common like, well, I tried. And I try to snatch the dagger.
Okay. So we'll wait till next turn, basically. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Astura.
Alright. The hand is going to move to slap her again.
Yeah, where did the hand go? Ah, thank you. Alright.
Oh, well.
Hold on a sec. Oops, I should have click that. Okay. Where is the hand smack?
Oh, no.
All right. The hand does not smack.
The hand does not smack it.
All right. Now we're going to try a 3rd level guiding bolt at her.
Okay. What do I need to do? Or is it an attack roll?
Yep.
All right.
23.
More souls. Yeah, that hits.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Oop. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, really? 17?
Sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh, really?
Alright. Oh, that's a radiant if she's vulnerable. Double.
Okay. Excuse me.
And she's glowing.
Again, a little bit glowing stuff. Encounters, there we go.
And that is my turn.
Righty. Kellum, what you got for us? Y'all have said, no, we're going to finish this.
Yeah. So the guiding bolt, is that what gives an advantage to the next attacker?
Yes.
Correct.
And it did hit.
Yep.
Correct.
Can I grapple her into the moonbeam and getting that advantage on the grapple attack?
Yes.
Rule save
Is
when
that a
it
crit?
enters the spell's area,
Yes,
so you
it
can force
is.
somebody into it and deal damage.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Well, she's in.
Well, she's in. You grab her, slam her on the ground, and step on her head. And as the moonbeam just roll damage for the moonbeam, please.
Well, 20. If she fails to save.
Oh yeah. Yeah. With Kellum slamming her on the ground, she can't concentrate and such. So you rolled 10? Okay, so 20. All right. She's screaming and wailing as her skeleton is being irradiated by this radiant energy. Let's see. So that was your movement and your action. Anything for your bonus action?
Vine gripped dagger.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Alrighty. That hits.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
That's max damage on that dagger. Nice.
It is, isn't it? Alrighty. Let's see. In her death wells, as she's trying to get out from underneath your grasp here, Kellum, I need you to make a athletics test for me as she's trying to push you off of her. 13. Alrighty. And I'll roll with disadvantage since you pinned her down and such as well. She rolls 13. Alright. So, you were able to keep her there. She didn't have a high strength or anything. So when she starts her turn?
When she starts her turn, she must make the save again.
Alrighty. She fails. Roll damage.
Moonbeam is just awesome.
Yes, it really is.
I get a bunch of utility stuff, and it feels real nice to do.
Well, yeah. If they're gonna make a subclass based around a spell, Moonbeam is pretty much one of the ones they should do it, not frickin' Hunter's Mark or Hex.
Yeah, and Banthor's just staying out of the way, so he didn't have to make con saves.
I mean, it's the smart thing to do.
Right, I'm just, and nobody is paying attention to where he's at, so it's like, okay, they just run past him.
What?
It's like they just try to avoid the beam, but the beam moves around, and they don't know where who's moving it. So, the perfect combination. Did you roll Moonbeam?
What roll for damage there?
Banthor?
Sorry, what?
Moonbeam damage.
Roll Moonbeam damage. 12. Alright, 24. Okay. So Kellum, as you're pressing down on Moran here, and this Moonbeam, you've thrown her into it, and she took the damage, and now she's starting her turn. She's wailing at you and trying to get out from underneath your leg, and your foot meets the floor as you crush her skull.
Yeah.
I will flourish my weapons and turn to the other skeletons.
So, no.
Johnny O screams in terror and frustration at you, Kellum. And
Johnny,
the whole building starts to shake as the spell is being disrupted. Necra, the floor under you feels like it's becoming immaterial. You're gonna feel like if I stay here, I'm gonna fall. All the skeleton guys start to scatter out of the building like rats or cockroaches. Oh, wait a second! I didn't even. Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, those guys are split up. The ones around the bar, Astra. I'll grab Banthor. Oh, just Banthor. Who's Banthor?
Astra. The whole time, Asha's not paid attention to any of these around her, other than when she jumped over the bar.
Right? Yeah. Well, they weren't attacking you at first. They were just kind of trying to wrangle you and such.
She didn't take them again. She's like, I'm going to have faith. So, and she had faith in her companions. So that's why her focus has been on her or who had the dagger.
Right. Johnny O.
So Ashura wants to look at Johnny O with her eyes glowing, and she's going to raise a hand. Johnny O, if you don't want to end up like that, I suggest you leave us the dagger and skedaddle.
I get the feeling he's about to fall to pieces.
Johnny O takes his katana, puts it in his scabbard, bows to you, Necra, and walks into the moonbeam.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Wait, I wanted another beer. Oh.
After a few moments, you are the only patrons left in the bar. The building, after she dies, is gone to a dilapidated form and is no longer nice and new, shiny Japanese style. It is just one of the normal buildings that are around in the in this area, dilapidated and ruined and such. You now have the lightning dagger. I was not anticipating that you would actually get the lightning dagger at this moment, so I'll have to make that for you. But yeah,
I have a placeholder.
But you have the lightning dagger.
I definitely want to be able to study that.
Okay. Just at a glance, you can tell that it is not cursed. It doesn't have any, the normal kind of icky feeling that all the other items have had and such. But you still need to identify it and things like that. So.
Yeah, definitely going to do that. Other than that, now we're going to take it, and you say it's a dilapidated building.
Yeah, it's no longer the nice, shiny, new look that it had. But it's all just a dilapidated inn, a bar and such.
Are the drinks still good?
Sure.
I thought I wasn't going to check one of the taps. You're out of your mind.
So, we still have those cups that we never drank. They just Ashra just picks up the cup and now just drinks it. Well, seems like we accomplished something here today. She holds up the cup.
And become visible and is like, I wouldn't drink that. But
it's quite tasty beverage. It is, not rancid or anything. It goes down as smooth as it should, and it has a slightly intoxicating feel to it.
Tastes fine to me. And besides, Banthor drunk it already, and he hasn't killed over.
True.
I shapeshift out of spider form.
Okay.
And just say to Ashra, barkeep, one more.
Right, she's behind she grabs it and hits the tap, slides it over.
And I'm sitting on the counter, feet dangling over the side. While enjoying the beverage.
Fix one more. Come on, Necker.
I turn to look at Kellum, quirk an eyebrow,
Jeez, you two, stop being sticks in the mud. We did good here. Let's enjoy the moment.
Okay. So, do you want... anybody else interested in getting that map?
I mean, that too. I do want to look around here, but, she's just like, hey, let's take a moment at least.
Gotcha. So you all come up to the bar and either get a drink or at least hang out and such. Necra, you reluctantly grab a mug and start looking around for any map that might have been here. Looking behind the bar, around the bar, and things like that. Your friendly spirit guide comes through the front door and says, "Wow, you really cleaned up the place." As he looks at the bones and the fragments of bones strode across the floor, and he eyes the moonbeam as it starts. How long does it last?
A minute.
A minute as it starts to fade out. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. He seems to have a good bit more vocabulary. Lucidity. Yes, there we go. And he holds out one silver coin. He's I've been a little bit a gluttonous and been eating these coins, and this is the last one I have left. But it really has helped me a lot. And I was thinking, since I found you guys, I know some people, and they're willing to work with for you if you're able to supply them with a silver every once in a while.
Sounds interesting. Who are these people?
He kind of turns around and looks out the door, and there is a gaggle of 6 skeletons standing outside the front of this establishment.
Oh, well, as long as they mean us no harm, bring them in.
Yep. He goes over and ushers them in. They all kind of have somewhat vacant looks, but not fully vacant. You can see that they look at you and kind of eye you up and down and then kind of shamble in. A moment later, they'll look around the room, noticing the bones on the floor. One of them will kind of kick some of them out of the way. They'll kind of chuckle a little bit, and such. These guys have like a mercenary feel to them, like maybe in the past life or when they had a life. These guys were mercenaries and such. They have crude weapons, clubs, rusty short swords. One of them has a shield, but nothing really, to talk about. And the weapons are armor style. Enough to, get into a fight, but, yeah.
Speaking of, did Jono, did his swords disappear with him, or did they?
No, it did clatter to the floor.
So, like, Asher just kind of meets eyes with Kellum and then just looks towards the swords, like, eh?
Callum will get up and walk towards the sword, and as he does, so, are we really going to eliminate the skeleton boss just to take their place and become them? As he picks up the sword.
I don't think it's taking her place. It's using the resources. I see it more as using the resources that are at hand. It's not like we plan on staying here. I don't want to run an old inn.
Kellum will bring the sword back over to the counter and set it on the counter. Or the bar, I guess.
Gotcha. Yeah. There's definitely exquisite design and craftsmanship. Just by looking at the scabbard and what you saw of the blade as it was whizzing past your heads multiple times. Such. There's engraving on the side of it. You don't recognize the language, but as Banthor looks at it, damn. What's the guy's name on Kill Bill? The sword master. What do they call those swords? Damn, I should look that up.
Katana.
But yeah. But the guy that actually crafted the sword. But anyhow, it says his name there. The
one that crafted. I forgot his name. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Right. Yeah. But we'll look that up, and but that's written on the blade there. Not crafted by or anything, but just his name and his little seal there that he would use.
Can I do an Arcana? See if there's any magic on
it? Yes.
Advantage. 22.
Yes, it definitely seems like this has a magical property to it, without doing
doing identify.
Thank you. That word, identify. You won't know exactly what it is. The detect magic would give you more information as well. Your spirit guide turns and says they'll guard anything for you or do simple tasks. I figured they would be good guards for watching your stuff while you're out here having fun in our city.
I'm sure we'll look at Kellen if he's the one kind of against this.
Sorry, I missed that. What was it?
I'm just looking at you, for your response.
So the spirit guide said, that these skeletons could be guards. You can guard your stuff while you're enjoying the city, taking in the sights and such. Or they can do small tasks for you. The more silver you give them, the more lucidity they'll have, the more complex tasks you can give them. But right now, just doing simple guard work, standing there and, defending against anything that isn't you, a silver every 5 days per individual.
And how long until another one of the bosses around here comes by and gives them more silver?
Well, they could be loyal to a fault in a way. They haven't given their loyalty to anybody else, so that's a thing. They're at least offering their loyalty to somebody who isn't them.
Callum will look at the other party members and just kind of shrug and mutter something about not wanting anything to do with the undead except sticking them with a sword.
True, but they have more free roam around here than we do. They could go around maybe picking up whispers, words, maybe send them on scouting missions.
Yes, kill them.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And this doesn't have to be the only route. I have other ideas as well. So, This is just one of the easy ones.
Yeah.
I speak up and say, y'all can do what you will, but I will not take part in this. This is the perversion of life, and I will not benefit from it.
Kellen will pick up an empty mug and kind of raise it over at Banthor and fake drink from it.
Yeah.
I return the gesture and am sad that my glass is already empty.
Yeah. So.
Did what's her name drop anything?
No. Outside of her kimono.
Outside the dagger, nothing else.
Right.
All right. So the map.
All right. Can we search around for anything else? Not just a map, just anything. Yeah.
Gotcha. So you start searching around the bottom floor here. Nekra, you remember, that you were just upstairs, and there's probably rooms and things up there. Downstairs, there's really nothing outside of the alcohol that's left.
Asha will refill Banthor's glass before she comes from behind the bar.
Yay! Thank you.
There's busted tables and the upholstery on the cushions in the lounge area is all messed up, filled with rats and such. It's just not really anything of note per se on this floor anyhow, just in general. You did notice that she came from upstairs, so probably would be more likely to find something there. While you're looking around here, you start to notice that the skeletons start looking for stuff. They're flipping over tables, going inside the fireplace and moving things around, going up onto the stage and looking inside, any instruments or anything that are up there. Just kind of roughly going around the place and looking for anything. One of them pipes up and says,
"Hey, I found a silver coin!"
and all of them kind of rush over to him.
Oh, never mind. It's just a bottle cap.
And they all kind of, hold their shoulders down and just kind of, and start looking around the building again. Searching upstairs, you find that these are bedrooms. Some of them have not been used in hundreds of years, probably, as the beds are decayed and destroyed. But one bedroom in particular, though, is not destroyed. It is not set up in any different fashion. It's just not destroyed. Has newer things or items have been taken care of. You search the room and you don't find any paperwork or anything that looks like a map. Though you do have a small chest. Inside the chest is... Give me a second. Okay. Inside the chest is 170 silver coins.
Yeah. Let's keep that closed. I assume it's Necra and Ashra they're upstairs searching.
Yeah, definitely with Necra searching. I didn't know if the group or if anybody was going to stay downstairs. I assumed everybody was, at least.
No, Ashra was going to go searching. Okay. After she refilled Banthor's cup. Gotcha. I assume Banthor was staying down there to enjoy his drinks.
Gotcha. Kellen, would you stay with Banthor or go upstairs with Necra and Ashra? These skeletons are downstairs kind of kicking around and such still.
Yeah, I'm staying downstairs, keep an eye on them while Necra and Ashura go upstairs. They can handle themselves if anything happens.
Gotcha.
At some point.
Okay. Go ahead and have your conversation with Kellen. Y'all can go to the treehouse or a different channel if you wanted to. You don't have to. I don't know how you want to have your conversation. So,
I was gonna RP it verbally.
Yep, go for it. All right, y'all do that, and then I'll get back to the guys upstairs.
Kellen.
Girls upstairs.
Yeah.
Thank
Kellen, you can do the thing we have in the tree where you make stuff. Forge, you can make stuff, right? You know how to do that?
Some things, yes.
Okay, look at my shield. It's not good. It took a lot of hits, and these tables, they're circles. And thinking maybe we could reinforce it so it will stop sucking so bad. Can you do that?
How much bigger are these tables than his shield in diameter?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about their thickness compared to his shield?
Oh yeah, they're real thick, So
yeah.
You're looking at like double a Spartan shield.
Yeah, these are crude construction.
Yeah.
This is not like when it was used, this was not a fancy place.
Okay.
So,
well, Banthor, these tables are, for one, the wood is rotten, and probably too heavy for you to pick up, and it's just their size. Oh my goodness, their size. But I can certainly keep an eye out for materials that would make a good shield, and I can forge you a new one.
You're so smart, man. Thank you. You're
love you, dude.
You're good, man.
Kellen will slip behind the bar and kind of like make sure some water's going into alcohol now to dilute it a bit.
Your tastes even better than the last one.
Yeah. Kellen's gonna see if he can find anything the equivalent of coffee in this world.
I just kind of sit on a stool and just kind of lean over a little bit. Be a good friend. And I am out.
Banthor's a lightweight.
I'm like 140 pounds, I think.
Yeah. These dragon heads down here, what are they made of?
Wood.
Wood. Ah, darn. I'm going to start collecting.
I hope you wouldn't say
any and all metals around. So plates, silverware, knives, forks, all that.
Yeah, downstairs is actually a kitchen. You could find some, skillets, cast iron skillet, and also some other cooking pots and pans, and things like that. Also big ladles, so you'd have kind of strips of metal in that way.
I'm just going to collect as much as I can. How much weight can I collect in I'll term it as scrap metal, because that's how I'm going to use it.
Gotcha. Right. Gotcha. Well, I mean, you find a big pot and just start throwing, things inside the big pot. Are you gonna kind of distill it down, or melt it down or something? Not distill it.
Yeah. Well, eventually my plan is to melt it all down and forge it into a shield.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. You come out with a good 40 pounds of, just different stuff inside this crock pot, that you've got, pots, pans, and all sorts of, utensils and stuff. Big ladles, things like that are in this thing. And you come back up the stairs from the kitchen and set it down.
I'll slam it down.
Right there. Yeah, there you go.
Slam it down. Banthor, make a save.
Yeah, with the big clanging noise, those big pots that you would cook like a gumbo, or fry a turkey in grease and stuff. Those big ones, basically 5-gallon, 6-gallon jobby. Comes slamming down on the counter, and it's full of all the utensils in the city, basically, just whang, right next to you, Banthor. Probably startling you for a moment, but whether or not you stay lucid is up to you.
What is this?
You're okay with a metal shield, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I guess I'll just take my old one and we'll hang it up
on display
in the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you have a nice shiny new metal one that'll last longer.
Thank you, Kellum. Yeah. I want a metal one.
I'll pick up the cauldron and just kind of shake it, rattle it a little bit as I walk away.
Okay.
Put it next to the door so I can just grab it on the way out.
I'm awake, but just kind of swaying back and forth in the chair.
So,
all right. So upstairs.
Yeah. You find the chest that has the 170 silver coins.
yes, and we each get the answer.
What's that?
42.
Oh, 42. Gotcha. Green. The sitting on the bedside table is a ring made out of gold that doesn't have a stone in it, but is big enough. The set for it is big enough for the stone that's on the pommel of the dagger. So this probably was her wedding ring that had the stone in it.
Swipe. Both had to say though. Anything else?
You can tell that it's well crafted, but outside of that, there's nothing of note in this room. You scour the upstairs and don't find anything really interesting.
All right. Any kimonos left?
Yeah, there are some hanging in a like a shifero.
What's the quality of those?
There's still good quality. You don't think they're magical or anything because they're not, perfect. They have some time wear on them and usage, but nothing, no drastic rips or anything like that. They're definitely wearable. There's 2 of them in there. One of them is white with black skulls on it, and the other one is red with white flowers.
Oh, I'm gonna take those. I'm gonna fold them up and put them in my backpack. I can repurpose this fabric. So I'll do that. All right, Nico, you ready to go? I think there's nothing else worth our time here.
Yeah. Well, if
Go ahead.
so, we have not found the map. All right.
No map. I don't think he was being honest about a map.
Fine. So, when we've pretty much exhausted the possibility of finding it up there, alright, so, and go down, start the taps going of the highest ABV I can find, and pull out my tinderbox.
You gonna burn the place?
Is that really necessary? Do we need to start a fire and catch everyone's attention?
When you say fire, the skeletons kind of, huh? What? And kind of start, moving around the place erratically.
Well, we're kind of... eventually we're kind of gonna need to clear out this whole place. Like...
I mean, do we though?
I kind of look at Banthor, who's probably still swaying, and like...
I'm laying on a table.
Like, yeah, eventually kind of have to.
Save the top shelf stuff.
But... Okay, even so, what is burning this empty place going to do?
It's a distraction.
For what purpose? What is it? Like, are we going somewhere when they leave the area? Because I'm assuming we're going to go back to our hideout and plan our next move.
Yes, we're going to go back to our hideout, but this could serve both as a long-term distraction and sow chaos amongst the remaining bosses. Who came here and took her down? Who burned her place down? They'll start blaming each other.
Okay.
And then we can take advantage of the ensuing chaos.
Okay.
I've got an idea. Our friendly spirit guide says, we saw the whole thing, didn't we, guys? And they all kind of shake their heads. Yeah, we saw the whole thing. We did. Whoever shows up first, whoever shows up first, it's the other guy who did it.
Point of spirit. My guy.
That is actually... I can get aboard with that. Okay. Ashra is
they all kind of hold their hands out.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Ashra is going to take out 6 silver and
7.
7. And toss 1 tea to him.
Okay. Your friendly spirit guide and the 6 skeletons quickly snatch up their coins and consume them. The skeletons put them in their mouth and they just kind of disappear as they start crunching on them. You see their bone structure heals up a little bit. One of them gets a gleam in his eye. He looks around the room. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? And they all, hey. As for a moment, they all are lucid.
So, you understand that who took down what's her name and burned her down was one of the established bosses or rulers. That's what you...
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry.
All right.
Yep. Y'all might want to get out of here before the fire starts good. I know we're going to get out of here.
Is there like a keg or like a something she can grab of this stuff?
What's that?
Is that like a keg or something she can grab?
Cask or ton of whatever.
So there's a 2 pony kegs on the bar there that you've been tapping from.
Okay.
You can definitely grab both of them. They're not very heavy. And do you have a bag of holding?
No, we don't. You haven't given us one yet.
You don't have a bag of holding. Oh, gee. Okay. All right.
You haven't. I'm waiting for you to give us one.
I know. Kellum, you're pretty strong, right?
Kellum looks down at his hands full of this container of silver.
Well, see, Asha's just gonna look over at Banthorn and be like, Banthorn, you can become something big and strong to carry these, right? So we can enjoy these drinks, in relative comfort in our hideout.
Got it. And then I roll off the table and hit the ground hard.
Okay, that's not gonna work.
Didn't hurt. I'm okay. I'm gonna stand up.
Alright, Panther, need you to focus. Need you to come big, strong. Grab kegs. We leave.
No, you can't turn into a caveman.
And I just try to pick it up. I heard big and strong. I did not hear transform. I attempt to just pick it up as Banthor with a +0 in strength. Both of them. And swing them over my shoulders. That is what I attempt.
Okay.
Okay. You gotta let him do it like an athletics or strength or something.
Well, you don't have any negatives to your strength, so
no, no.
You said an 11.
+0. Yep.
Well, you have an 11. That's above average. So.
Got that lean muscle.
He's lean.
You grab one of the barrels and sling it over your shoulder, and then you try to grab the other one, and you just if you had 3 hands, you could probably do it and such. And roll athletics with disadvantage.
I'm sitting there with the freaking tinderbox not even lit yet. I'm like,
Okay. Now rolling a 7, you lose your balance, and you and the one barrel that you've got on your shoulder meet the floor. You're looking up at the ceiling, and Ashra, as Ashra is looking down on you. You don't know how you got there, and you kind of forget about picking up the barrels.
You have a nice trip there?
Still didn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt now, but it will. So you wanna try that again? You big strong guy. Come on.
It was a fluke. Ashra.
You can do it. You're so lean. Like she's just like trying to like butter
You
him
know
up.
how many bags of fertilizer I have moved in my life. I take good care of that tree, and I can carry this.
Yeah, I know. You are strong. You might even be stronger than Kellum.
Callum, you want to arm wrestle? You want to do this, man?
Caleb puts down the pot of silver on the bar, walks over. Fireman carries Banthor, picks up the pot, and begins walking out the door.
No, that's not how you arm wrestle. What are you doing, man?
Ashra is going to fill up her wineskin with the stuff, and then grab the sword off the off the bar top, and follow behind.
Alrighty. With katana and 2 full wineskins, you leave the bar, chasing after Kellum and Banthor. Necra doesn't seem to be anywhere. You can't see her.
Haven't left yet.
Oh,
Well, as soon as they're actually out, I'm like, all right, Flint, ching, and book.
All right.
Right.
The other skeletons, seeing the fire, all scatter out the door as well. They seem to have a great fear of the fire. They get out to the city street and point you in the direction of the shadow portal. And they say your spirit guide says when you get out of sight, we'll start yelling. So.
All right. Much appreciated.
So I do need to get going here soon.
Okay. Yeah.
We're wrapping up.
Oh, it is 11. Well, okay.
It's almost.
Yeah. So you make it to the shadow portal,
Mm-hmm.
and
we're returning.
make it back home. You got your supplies and Banthor slung over your shoulder. Banthor, you do need to make a Constitution saving throw as you come out of the first portal.